Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send me your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. I didn't find out he was married till after I had my baby. Mike, I need some advice because I feel like I'm the only one who sees this clearly. I got pregnant by a man who told me he was separated, but apparently he's still married. I guess you didn't see it clear enough. Stay alert, stay alive. Now that the baby's here, he thinks he could just come pick our son up, take him for the weekend, and go play house with his wife and my baby like it's normal. Absolutely not. If he wants to be a father, he needs to do it the right way with me and our child together. Like this video if you think she's delusional as shit. I told him we need to spend time as a family. I don't know if you notice or not, but y'all are not a family. Just the three of us so our baby can actually feel that bond. I don't care what title that woman has. She's not the mother of my child, and she doesn't belong in our family moments. You mad at the wrong person, baby girl. I can tell you that right now. I don't want my baby confused thinking his wife is a part of our little family because she's not. Technically, she is. I believe the title is called stepmother. He keeps saying I'm crossing boundaries and I need to respect his marriage. I mean, he didn't respect the marriage, so I don't understand why he thinks you should. But how is that my problem? He made this baby with me, not her. So I feel like if he really wants to be involved, he should be spending more one-on-one time with me and our child so we can co-parent the right way. Now, what it sounds like is you still want that back crack like a chiropractor. Nasty work. Not hide behind his wife pretending like nothing happened. Nah, homie done spun you like a ceiling fan. He say, yeah, you know, me and Cheryl, we separated. We going through the divorce right now. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Let me go ahead and raw you a couple times, pop the club, and it's going to work out for the best. She was like, okay, daddy. Let him shoot your club up before he was legally divorced from the spouse. You get knocked. Then you find out. He like, yeah, we going to work it out. I'm going to go ahead and get him on the weekend. I'm going to break you off with the support. But I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't leaving my wife. And now you tight. There's a lot of stuff in his letter that I seen or that I read, that lets me know that you definitely stayed in one class all day and your teachers came to you. Because you saying stuff like, I don't care what his wife's title is, she's not a part of our family. Well, if you know that that's his wife, you understand that her title is stepmother of your child. I understand it's not the ideal situation. And honestly, you mad at her. She's really the only victim in all of this. She don't even know what's going on with her husband. You know what I'm saying? You knew, he knew. I mean, and the baby's definitely a victim too, but the baby not even old enough to probably grasp what's going on. Wifey don't know. She's holding down, you know, through better or worse, you know what I'm saying, for sickness and health, richer or poor, till death do us part. She living the vows out. So homie cuz was like, yo, I got to tell you, son, I'm not proud of this. I was messing with this little bop when I was going through a low moment. Shot the club up on accident. My bad. Kid on the way or kid here. I apologize. She probably was mad at him in the doghouse or whatever. They had some little, maybe couples therapy. Whatever it was, they decided to work it out and they're going to stay together. And now he's coming to get his kid. And you like, nah, the only way you get to see your child is if you're over here spending time with me or the three of us are together without her. I don't know what type of time you're on. That's never going to happen. The wifey is at home singing that you may have had him once, but I got him all the time. He's mine, and you're burnt. That's the deal. You know what I'm saying? She's singing that, and you're singing the blues. He's never spending no time with y'all. There's no sleepovers. There's no family portraits. It's you're a baby mom now. And I'm not even blaming you 100% because he's wild. He definitely, you know what I'm saying, crossed the line and did his thing too. But here's the part about it where facts don't care about feelings. Yeah, he messed up, you messed up, but you're the only one suffering in this now. He's not. Wifey's still with him. Even when he get the kid, even if he's not one of them dads that's like super hands-on, I'm pretty sure that the wife is her maternal instincts are gonna kick in, and while the kid is over there, she's gonna be looking after the youth like it's her own. Because I don't care what you say, unless you just like really shot out, like really need some meds, women don't be taking it out on the kids. They be mad at the husband, and they be looking at the kid like, yeah, your dad's a piece of shit. But they don't be taking it out on the babies. You know what I'm saying? At least not when they're young. When they get older, then there might be a little smart mouth here and there, like, hey, you can't come over here. But as a child, a little kid, she's not going to take it out. So she's going to be doing for your child to help her husband out. That's now her stepson. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might not like it. I'm sure you definitely don't like it. You're talking crazy, but that's just what it is. You say you're the only one seeing it clearly. No, you're the only one that's delusional. It is what it is. He's not leaving his wife. And you can't stop him from seeing his kid. Even if you make it hard at first, he just go down to the courthouse and get custody. And in the way you talking, as soon as you talk like that in front of the judge, you might lose all custody. Then they really gonna be playing house with your youth, and you're gonna be over there tight. So my advice to you is to accept it, take the L on the chin, make better choices moving forward. And that's that. Co-parent healthy, have a healthy relationship with the father so your son is not the one that's caught in the crossfire, and let it go. Move on, find somebody else who wants to be with you, who's not married. Even when he told you he was separated, you knew he was still technically married. So I don't know what to tell you, but make better choices. That's my advice to you. Stay alert, stay alive. He asked me for my number and I curved him, but now him and my friend are talking and I don't like it one bit. Okay, Mike, so a while back, this dude slid in my DMs trying to talk to me, and I politely told him no thanks. Like this video if you think he's already full of shit. He wasn't really my type, you know? Nah, actually I don't, but I'll take your word for it. I moved on, didn't think twice about it. But then a few months later, I see he's all up under my best friend. He's taking her out, buying her flowers, spoiling her, acting like she's the love of his life. Maybe she is. And now everybody's talking about how perfect they are together. I feel a lot of heat coming off that couch over there, or whatever DMX said to Black and Belly. Like, excuse me? That's the same man who was trying to get with me. Yeah, and you said no. Remember? Now he's supposed to be her soulmate? That's weird. So I pulled her aside like any real friend would, and I told her, girl, just so you know, me and him used to talk. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Because let's be real, who wants to be with a man who was once trying to talk to your best friend? I was trying to help her, but she got all defensive and ran to him and asked him about it. And he's out here telling her we never talked, that he just asked for my number and I said no. Are you dumb? Now she's calling me a liar, saying I'm jealous and I'm trying to mess up a relationship. Like what? I'm just looking out for her. It's crazy to me that she's okay dating a man who was talking to me first. That's desperate if you ask me. And you're delusional if you ask me. And honestly, it's not even about him. It's the principle. She's supposed to be my friend, but she's acting like I'm the problem just because he ended up choosing her. All right, so let me recap just to make sure we're on the same page. Dude jumps in your DMs trying to get your number. You politely tell him no thanks because he's not your type. You move on about your day. A couple months later, you see your best friend all booed up, getting the princess treatment. You find out who she's talking to you, and you like, hold on, he was just trying to talk to me a couple months ago. But I curved him because he wasn't my type. So instead of you just being like, okay, you went to your friend and said, you know we used to talk. And she's like, oh my God, are you serious? Now your friend is thinking, oh, dude he's a manipulator. He's a liar. He knew you was my friend and he been trying to talk to me. She's riled up. She go to him. He's like, oh, calm down, babe. Me and her never talked. Yeah, I asked her for a number one time on Instagram. She said, no, I wasn't her type. I haven't talked to her since. That was the only interaction we had. She's like, are you serious? She's like, yes. Now she's pressing you like, yo, you a hater. You see me happy. You didn't want him. Now you see me getting the, you know what I'm saying, the roses and the Mastros and the STK. And now you like, yeah, you know we used to talk. No, y'all didn't used to talk. What are you talking about? How delusional are you? You didn't want him and now you found happiness with your friend. You actually did him a favor because like you said, he wasn't your type. So the only dope thing you did in this entire story was be honest from the jump and not lead him on by saying, thanks, no thanks, you're not my type. He was like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know how he got to the friend. And based off of how you're talking, I'm hoping that you tagged her in something. He's seen she was way more of a baddie than you. And he was like, oh, you don't want me? Watch this. And pulled up on Shorty and she was all with it. Yeah, you definitely my type. Light skin, bald head, beard. Well, maybe he don't look like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just painting a picture of most women's ideal looking man. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I don't know if he did it like that or just coincidentally he came across her page. They start chatting and then maybe he was like, oh, I realized that I did ask her for a number one time, but that's not a big deal. That's nothing. He asked, you said no. That's the end of it. That's really a non-thing. That's a non-existent thing because in all actuality, he could have been like, yo, I'd never seen you a day in my life. And then you have to bring up the messages. He's like, oh, damn, that's you. I I just saw you one day and I just sent you a DM. You could be that insignificant to him where he doesn't even remember you. So then when she comes and presses him, his girl, your friend, he's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, this is my friend right here. He's like, hold on. Goes to your Instagram like, oh, damn, yeah, look. I DM'd her 7 months ago, asked her for a number. She said no. That was it. I didn't even remember her. Oh my God, you aren't lying. Oh, okay, I see what she's on. And now you on the brink of ruining a friendship because you're a hater. This is what happened with women. I don't even know if you're unattractive or not, but I don't think you're that unattractive because he tried to get with you first. So I think that you're just seeing her happy. You're not. And so therefore you need to ruin that because misery loves company. That's what it feels like. A lot of times the situation be the girl, the unattractive girl, whether she's not easy to look at, whether she's overweight, whether her body's not nice, whatever that is usually the one who's hating on a pretty friend because the attention that she gets, the big ugly friend don't ever get. But in this situation, you got the attention first. Curved it. Nah, I'm good. He was like, bet, say less. Moved on, bagged your friend. Now he's giving her the life that he would have probably been giving you. But guess what? You're not his type, so it all worked out in the end. I think you're a hater. I think you need to do some soul searching, some reflecting. I think you need to apologize to your friend. And I need you to be honest with her. I need you to tell her the real reason why you decided to lie and say y'all used to talk when you know you didn't. What would make you say that? I don't know what it is, and it's not in this letter. I told you what I think it is. So what I think you need to do is be honest with yourself, be real with yourself, pull your friend to the side, be like, listen, I said that because I seen how happy you was. He's doing this, he's doing that, boom, boom, boom. And you know what? For a minute, I felt like Kelly in Destiny's Child tours Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Just for a brief minute, I got outside of myself. Players mess up. Do you forgive me? I won't let it happen again. I basically was mad at myself for passing up something that ended up be working out so great for you. And now it's just kind of like me being like, damn, I'm full of regret. But I never should have said that. I should have just left it alone. I apologize if I caused any, conflict or rife within your relationship. Do you forgive me? And I'm pretty sure she'll be like, yeah, girl, I forgive you. Like, I love you. Just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy with Daryl, whatever his name is, you know what I'm saying? And then that's it. Y'all work it out. And then you apologize to him too. Say, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. I lied. I said this. You don't got to give him the same explanation, but you do need to be like, I apologize. I'm happy you guys are together. Just, you treating her right. I'm happy for my girl. We good. We good, bro. That's bro now. You're burnt up out of there. So that's my advice to you. Fix it, all right? Stay alert, stay alive. Is her talking about love languages on a first date a red flag, or am I tripping? Mike, tell me if I was wrong for checking this woman on our first date. So we're sitting there waiting on our food, having a normal conversation, and she asked me how I show love and receive it. Those are called love languages. Before I could even answer, she jumps in all confident like, for me, it's gift giving and quality time. Soon as she said that, I'm thinking, here we go again. Nah, you heard gift giving and your wallet starts shaking like a stripper. So I told her straight up, that's exactly what's wrong with women today. Y'all only care about material things and what a man can do for you. That's why half y'all can't keep a man now. Hey, yo, my man done loaded up the fully automatic sassy assault rifle. Relax, fresh and fit. Then she gets all defensive saying I misunderstood her, that she gives gifts to show love and she likes quality time in return. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. Bro, come on. That's just mental gymnastics to sound less shallow. Then she had the nerve to say I clearly have unresolved trauma and shouldn't be dating anyone until I work on myself. Nah, you definitely need to go see the lady because you snapped worse than Paul George's leg. Like, who even asked that on a first date? Who asked about love languages? A lot of people. I think she was just embarrassed that I called her out and now she's flipping it to make me look like I'm the crazy one. So Mike, am I really the bad guy here for saying what most men are thinking? All right, so check it out, right? Me and my man was talking the other day, right? And he was telling me something. He said he made a video and the way people were responding let him know that people can only hear as much as they've been hurt. And I was like, yo, what you mean by that? Because it sounds like a bar. He is like, nah, so when you say something that triggers another person, they're only able to hear as much as that hurt will allow them. So they can't look past the trigger to listen to what you actually said. They get stopped dead in their tracks to focus on the thing that triggered them and they can't focus on anything else. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. So I read the letter twice. She asked you, how do you like to show love and receive it? And she replied back to you before you could answer. She said, gift giving and quality time. Meaning she said, I like to give gifts as how I show love, and quality time is how I received it. Then when you went on a little, you know what I'm saying, sassy Santana rant, she called you out and was like, no, you misunderstood what I was saying. I said this, and she clarified it. And instead of you being like, damn, you know what? I'm tripping. You doubled down. Nah, you shallow. You just saying that because I called you out. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. You sound like a broad. Sound like a straight up estrogen. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you get hit with the truth, the facts, whatever, instead of being accountable or taking ownership, you deflect. Nah. You're saying this because you sound like a woman or a kid. That's what you sound like. And she said you clearly have unresolved matters that you need to heal before you start dating anybody else. I agree with her. Because even if, let's just take a step back, even if you felt like she was saying that, she was like on some, and I get it. A lot of these modern women in the dating scene, they're only looking for someone to facilitate gifts and taking care of them. They don't really care about love or relationships or partnership. All they want is somebody who can spend the bag on them, and I get it. So you might just have modern dating woman fatigue. And so as soon as you heard that, instead of actually listening, you went right to, oh, here go another one of these joints. That's what it sounds like, right? But even if you thought that, as a man, you got to keep your composure. You got to maintain some class, some dignity. You could have just kept that thought in your head and like, oh, okay, cool, these are mine. And in your mind, you could be thinking, yo, once this date's over, I'm never calling her again. Or maybe I'll bring this up at another time and ask her like, oh, so just to clarify, this, and she'd be like, no, I like oh, okay, cool. And then guess what? Because you presented it that way where it didn't come off combative, sassy, emotional, whatever word you want to use, then that issue could be resolved. She'd be like, oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant this. This is what I was saying. You'd be like, oh, okay, cool. Now it's over. Now that you're on a date with a beautiful woman, everything is creme de la creme, it's copacetic. Everything's working out again because you approached it that way. The way you handled it, if I'm a woman and I'm not, and I don't date dudes, I don't like dudes, but I'm telling you, based on the fact that I got a bunch of sisters and I've dealt with women in my life, if I'm a woman and I hear a dude react like that immediately after something that he's wrong I'm not talking to you again either. Because honestly, if I was a woman, I'd be thinking, he might put his hands on me. He might lose his cool one day and, you know what I'm saying? We don't condone domestic violence over here at Mike Murphy TV. But he might do that. That's what I would be thinking. Like, yo, anybody that can fly off the handle about something that's so insignificant like that clearly has anger issues and might, you know what I'm saying, might put me in a Boston crab if I get a little spicy with him during the debate. So I wouldn't want to talk to you neither. So she's right. You need to resolve those issues or you need to pick better women. I mean, I don't think she's like that. I don't think this is a bad woman. But I think you need to have better discernment if that's what you thought. If for some reason you asked her out on a date, did your vetting process, and still ended up with a girl you consider a gold digger or materialistic, that means you're not good at picking out women. And you're going to keep ending up with the same kind of women because you don't have any discernment. You don't know how to be like, oh, she's showing the signs and her characters and her behavior traits show me that she's like this. You're just picking wrong. So I say all that to say this, it's your fault. If you're in a situation with a gold digger, it's your fault. If you misunderstood what she said, still your fault. Tighten up, chief. Fix the attitude. Get a little counseling or something. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're done with her. She's never talking to you again. If she does, I could see that just being a recipe for disaster. Leave that alone. You already messed that up. That train has left the yard. That ship has sailed. That just doing is over with. Fix yourself up for the next one so you can be more prepared and better off and be the best version of you to give to someone else. That's my advice to you. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like the video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment letting me know what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure to read it on a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.